You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever.
All right, for all things Pelicans, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this episode of PPR Final. We up in this thing recapping the Pelicans' final preseason match against the Orlando Magic. The Pelicans on the short side of this thing, 132-125. Man, listen, it's a loss here. The Pelicans finished the season 2-2, beat foreigners, the foreign competition 2-2, then fall to the NBA competition 0-2. So that's about the sums of it. So I'm Big Q. We got DC and Lex, full staff in the building for this recap and preseason finale. We're going to come back at a later date to preview the start of the regular season. We're going to talk about, a little bit in this matchup, but in a larger show, we'll go into the breakdown of the upcoming moves the Pelicans have to make after this season. They have the final week of training, finalizing the rotation and preparing for the season opener. And we're going to cover all that prior to the season getting running. So shout out to the fam. Good to see y'all. Stace, I see you in the building. A shout out to Kai the Great, the Nola Chop podcast. Shout out to you. Stephanie, what's popping? Jay Carv, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Pelicans, Nola in the building. Big ups to all y'all as well. Y'all do me a service if y'all listening via X. Please give us a retweet and a share on the rest of the platforms across the area. So anyway, with that being said, DC, Lex, welcome on into the stream. Pelicans lose. They're 0-2. The last two finished 2-2 on the preseason in this one. So we're going to get right into it. Who want to go first? I get DC, then Lex, y'all can kind of jump into it. DC, in this particular match, what did you see about that you liked and did not like in the Pelicans season for preseason finale? DC, are you there? All right, DC's not there. He's moving around a little bit. Lex, are you there?
I suppose.
I'm here now.
All right, DC, when Lex starts talking, DC wants to start talking. Okay.
All right. It's all right.
I just walked in the room. I had to step up.
Okay. Well, are you in the closet somewhere? So it sounds kind of echoey, bro. I can't really make you out that clear.
It's echoey because all this damn space I got up in here.
Are you in the hallway broadcasting? That's interesting.
I ain't in the hallway. I got a nice big old studio room. How about that?
Okay. You got in there. You got any furniture in the studio room? Seem like the sounds kind of reverberating pretty good around there. So you got anything kind of stop the?
I got a desk. I got some speakers up here. I got a couple of monitors.
All right.
A bunch of records up in here, man. It's big old executive studio.
Yeah, all right, splendid. All right, splendid, DC, very splendid.
When's your next single coming out?
That's right, DC. That's so.
All right. You ain't lying.
All right, DC. Now that
you gotta give them another song, Lex. They got a little bit of edge now. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
She said, "Who?" Not Willie
Who
Green.
you talking?
I'm talking about the Pelicans, Lex.
No, you're not.
All
You
right,
see all the fouls they're racking up? They playing
No,
with a
you're
little
not.
head.
No, you're not. You ain't talking about that.
Lex, lead us off in the
No, you
broadcast and the
don't want me to
breakdown.
do that.
No,
you
go
just
go no
want
no
me
no
to
go
do
ahead.
that.
You go ahead and start us off, and then we'll hear from DC as well. Then we get right into the stat prattling.
Oh goodness gracious. Yeah. I'm not happy at all. I'm just gonna keep it blunt. I'm looking out there and I am seeing it's the same stuff, different day, different month, different year. I'm not happy at all, and this isn't even funny anymore. It really isn't. I mean, I'm not. I know we come onto the show and we play around about this stuff, but golly, man, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but I actually take this game pretty seriously. I really do.
I had a sneaking suspicion.
I'm not pleased with the product. I'm not pleased with the product. And this is really this has nothing to do with anything personal. I want to make that clear. This has nothing to do with anything personal, but just focusing on basketball. None of this stuff makes sense. Do we have any plays? Do we have any plays? I mean, it's not rhetorical. I'm seriously asking, do we have any plays at all?
No, Lex. Apparently, Willie is allergic to calling them. Just 0.5 till you die.
There was a video that you sent on Twitter.
Which one?
I think it was DC, you had posed to look at this great coaching. We always got to be better. And in there, I just watched it not too long ago. I just watched it.
Can't be DC.
Yeah, I know you're laughing, but this really is not funny. Willie was talking in the
Gotta
huddle.
laugh to
This
keep
is
from
after a
crying, Lex.
practice. And he was saying that we have to be better.
That
Like,
starts with
you
me.
guys got to be better. I got to be better. Where in God's name is the better? You have had 4 years and counting to get better, and I'm not seeing it. And for those of you who believe that preseason does not matter, I really don't care at this point, but you can go kick rocks because preseason does matter. We are trying to get prepared for the season, for regular season. Okay? Have you all ever heard of luck favors the prepared? That's a true statement. Right now, we are not seeing that this team is prepared for the season. I don't feel like they're prepared. And what this is showing me is that, okay, so you're telling me with that horrible losing fiasco that all the supporters had to put up with last season, you're telling me that we have to go into this new season and this is what the product looks like. Dog, you got me messed up. You got me messed up. And I have every right to feel the way that I do. And the same thing with the supporters. We deserve better than this. We deserve better. And I'm just not pleased. There was no ball movement. What I saw on tonight, this was not winning basketball. It was a lot of ISO. A lot of it. Why is Herb Jones doing ISO ball? Why? Dude, you are a slasher. Why is he doing ISO ball and pulling up for threes, and that is not his game? That is crazy. Why is Zion still in the corner? when we all know that if this so-called team is built around Zion, okay, who Joe Dumars came out and set the hierarchy and said that this is Zion's team. This does not look like Zion's team. He does not have the ball in his hand. He's not getting the touches that he should be getting. Nor is there any plays ran for him that are maximizing his strengths. This dude is cold-blooded from north to south. And you have him in the corner. We have defensive issues. Not only that, no one on this team can rebound the ball. I saw a play where Yves Messi went on free throws. Okay? Free throws. Orlando was shooting the free throws. He went straight under the basket, had a horrible angle, and just jumped. He didn't get the ball. You know why? Because he did not box out. You had position, you had the angle, but you didn't box out. Why are we not doing basic fundamental things that are not hard? You know why? Because the system and the strategy and the whole philosophy does not support basic fundamentals or winning basketball. I did not feel at any time that the Pelicans were trying to win this game. I didn't feel that. I felt like there was a lot of going through the motions. Like there's just so many things, and really, it's not really singling out one person. It's the whole system. This system does not work. It doesn't work. And this is beyond just, it's beyond, we come on here and we laugh about this stuff because we're trying to, it's therapeutic. Like we're venting, we're kind of laughing it off. But at the same time, it's like, dog, how much longer, how many more months, how many more seasons are we going to put up with a horrible product on the floor? And this is just, I don't even need to look at analytics. I'm looking at the game. I'm around basketball all day. I'm planning basketball strategies and studying my team every single day. I watch film. I train. And I'm a licensed referee. Like I go to clinics. I go to seminars. I go to training sessions. I do all these things, and this is what I do for a living. I literally do this stuff. Got a referee meeting coming up for the whole state, for our district. Like, you have to really be dialed in, and I just don't feel like this coaching staff, and I know we talk about Borrego. Man, forget this. I'm kind of done hanging on with the Borrego offense. What Borrego offense? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You know why? Because we've only seen it like 1 or 2 times, y'all. And I do not feel like that deems it worthy to say the Borrego offense anymore. It really doesn't. We don't have an offense. We just don't have it. But, this is concerning. That's why I was saying I didn't want to get too excited. I want to see it. I want to see it. And from what I'm seeing right now, man, I'm not dialed into losing, y'all. Everybody was like, hey, Lex, we got to lose so we can get a top pick. How did that go? And now here we are. Like, how do you all feel going into the season?
Yeah.
I
Go ahead, DC.
I feel fine, Lex. It's what I thought it would be. Like, you're not wrong for the way you feel, so I'm not.
DC, get a little close to your mic, bro. You got a little echo there, bro.
Hold on, let me close this door. I'm not opposing your point, but this is what I expected it to be. I didn't expect Willie to improve. I didn't expect the offense to dramatically change and Borregos. I didn't expect anything different. What I do expect is for what BI said. He said something, you can't always win off of talent. I expect us to win off of talent. And that shit ain't gonna happen all the time against a well-prepared, well-coached team that's built in a way to cause problems for you, which Orlando is and the Rockets are. I thought we possibly could win one of these games, but I didn't see them winning. That's why I didn't want anybody to get hurt because I already knew it was gonna happen. But I feel good.
I was with you when you said it. I was listening in. I felt the same way, but like I said, I didn't want to jump to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what happens. Okay, we made all these changes, but the thing is, you didn't get all the bugs out.
No.
You cleaned the front office.
As long as Willie Green is there,
exactly.
It's still gonna be dirty.
You still have a bug in the house,
right?
And that bug is a very crucial piece with how this team still operates. And that's what, Gail is a problem and the coaching staff is a huge problem.
But we do have to put into perspective. You had no Kevon Looney tonight. Sadiq Bey didn't play any minutes, and he's huge off the bench. Sadiq he's playing like better than Herb, man. If Herb keeps playing the way he's playing, I'm like, man, we need to start
Sadiq Bey has better chemistry with Zion.
Bring him off the bench. You had no Carlo Makovich, so you're down two bigs with a team that already has problems rebounding and guarding the paint. So, I mean, they had paper mache defense on the front court, and that's kind of what I expected it to be. You were
but even with those guys, how much better do you think they would have played?
I think it would have been better than what we saw tonight. It wouldn't have been.
I'm not. I just.
It wouldn't have been 125, 132. I think they would have did better than that. Kevon Looney coming back, it would have been even better. But just having Sadiq and Carlo, I think would have made it better. But by any means, that don't mean they were going to win this game. This is Orlando. As you can see, Mosley ain't come to play. That dude was trying to win this game, no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not seeing that. And I'm not even including the Australia games.
Well, we got guys
they were
with
supposed
health
to win.
We got guys with health issues though, Lex. Sadiq is probably obviously banged up.
I'm done with that.
Looney.
Look, you had enough guys
Carlo
out
Makovich
there.
is hurt.
He cannot coach. The dude can't coach. He cannot.
Backup center, Lex.
No, the dude can't coach. Even when you do have a center, he had Jonas Valanciunas and couldn't coach.
Yeah.
And Jonas was a leading rebounder. Think about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we can make the excuses. Oh, we didn't have this guy, or he's down and he's down. This dude still, even with them, he still can't coach. We've seen it. When Zion was available for 70 games.
He needs the coach when Zion's playing the way that he's capable of playing. And
but
how
we
I saw him
still
playing
need
tonight.
Coaching.
If Zion finishes this game, I think we would at least been in position in the last minute or so to be able to win this game. Don't mean we would have won, but
even with talent, you still have
the
to
players.
coach.
Yeah, against top quality competition and to close out games, but there's other teams that they ain't gonna be able to handle it. It's gonna be a repeat of what we saw 23-24. That's how we gotta win. We gotta get up to 10 points and kind of.
Then you know what I mean.
We ain't gonna win no close games.
This dude, I said, this dude did not need to be here for preseason because this is what we all thought. It literally is. He needed to be fired a long time ago. Tweedledee and Tweedledum needed to go together. They really did. They really, really did. Because right now, it looks like nothing has changed. Joe has done everything that he does. But like I said, if you don't have all the bugs out, if you haven't worked out all the kinks, all of them, you're still hanging on to bugs and stragglers and anything else. it's not going to work. You can't just clean out the office and not clean house with the staff, coaching staff. And we knew he didn't have it. I mean, this is just unacceptable. And this is, you know, I mean, like I said, man, I'm ready to win. I've been ready to win. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. We shouldn't have to put up with this. Like, this is like losership at its finest. How do you embrace losership? Just, you know, look at the Pelicans. And the thing is, the Pelicans need to win. They need to win. You know, it's like right now, everybody, as far as media, mainstream media, is ready to really go in. Because looking, if the Pelicans do not come out the gate and look like and be trending upwards, everybody's going to be revisiting, and we know this, you guys. We know this. They're going to be revisiting that pick that was traded for Derek Queen. Because in everything that everybody was saying all summer, really bashing the Pelicans, is going to come into fruition. All because this, you know, the product is the same. And Zion doesn't even look like he's featured. I'm looking at the game, and it doesn't look like it's his team. It looks like we're gonna put the ball in his hands and put the ball in Zion's hands and put the ball in Jordan Poole's hands. That's what it looks like. The ball is in everybody's hands. Chicken, put the ball in Zion's hands every time. We're not trying to wait until the second quarter for him to be with the second unit to have the ball in his hands. Do it from the get-go. Stop playing around and establish a system. Your system, because you're everywhere, you're nowhere. Because everybody is, handling a point, no one is. You have to establish a foundation. You have to establish like a system, and that's not being established right now. I mean, it's this stuff that you think this stuff is not hard. It's not hard. But with Willie, like, this stuff is just so difficult. And I know. Shoot. I just don't understand it, man. Just don't understand it. This is crazy.
This is let's go over the stats, and then we'll kind of move it along to check out what's next for the Pelicans and a quick breakdown before. Like I said, this will be just a recap stream. We will come back very soon with a full-fledged show where we'll kind of preview the upcoming season, looking at the players. See what the next move of the Pelicans, and kind of do a prediction of what players and this type of thing. And also just preview and get ready, man, looking at the schedule as well. So we'll touch on a few things here, then we'll just kind of move on. Before we get deep, let's take a look at the stats, man. The Pelicans tonight, 49-95, 51% from the field. They were 9 of 31 from downtown. The Magic shot 14 of 31 from downtown. They were 45%. Pelicans were 29%. The Pelicans from the foul line, 18 of 20. That's encouraging. The average average is 28 out of 35. Pelicans snatched 42 boards and had 15 assists tonight. 33 rebounds. The 15 offensive rebounds. 33 assists by the Magic and 24 by the Pelicans. The steals were even. The blocks went the Magic way, and you can see the turnovers. Pelicans had 15 turnovers, giving up 24 points off those turnovers. And fast breaking wasn't really the thing for the Pels. 14 to 13 there, but they did have a better points in the paint game, 72 to 56. And at some point at the point of the game, the Pelicans were actually close enough to challenge the Magic. Then all of a sudden, they just started committing unforced errors. The defense became what we accustomed to see the Pelicans defense, and I know we had a lot of the backup guys in there, but the unforced errors, throwing the ball away, the Magic would then go on the other end. Even the Magic had plays where they out-hustled the Pelicans with steals and threw between the legs of that stiff-ass center Hunter Dickinson. And it was just, they just took the game from the Pelicans. From a point perspective, 21 for Jordan Poole in 25 minutes, 7 of 15 from the field, 2 of 8 from downtown, perfect from the foul line, 2 assists and a steal. He was plus 10 for Poole. 18 from Zion in 22 minutes, 9 of 11 from the field, 6 assists, 5 boards, and a steal for Zion. In the time that he played, Trey Murphy was 4 of 8 from downtown. He finished with 18 points in the game, 7 of 14 from the field in 23 minutes of action. 6 from Yves Misi in 22 minutes to go along with 7 boards, 7 from Herb in 21 minutes. He was 1 of 4 from the field, but did get 5 of 6 from the foul line, finished with 3 boards and an assist for Herb Jones. Off the bench, the top guy was Jeremiah Fierce had 16 points in 22 minutes. He was 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the foul line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Mr. Fierce. 15 from Jordan Hawkins in 17 minutes, 6 of 11 from the field. He was 2 of 7 from downtown for Jayhawk in the matchup. 12 from Hunter Dickinson in 23 minutes, got a lot of action, being he's really, outside of Yves, the only other big that they have. He got a lot of minutes, and he performed, had 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals for Hunter Dickinson, and, of course, 4 points from Shoemate. And then you have a cavalcade of different characters from Jaden Springer, from Peavy, Alexander, as well as McGowan's throwing in 2 points in their offensive production. So outside of that, Jose played 13 minutes, did not record a point. He was 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from downtown. He had 2 assists and 2 rebounds in the game. He did not have a good game as well. Pelicans lose 132 to 125. They finished 2-2. They beat 2 Australian teams, and then lose to the NBA Rockets and the Magic, who finished 4-0 on the preseason to 2-0 at home. Pelicans can't beat this team in regular season or preseason or even on the damn video game. So, I mean, in the end, Pelicans just are what they are. And as we keep it moving, and before we move on to the kind of look at this schedule right here, as you see, the preseason ends and the regular season begins on October the 22nd, Wednesday, at 7 p.m. Central Time. The Memphis Grizzlies will welcome the Pelicans into the FedEx Forum. And this is going to be an interesting game, as you see. And we'll preview all of this later on, just not today, but just to give you a quick look at what your schedule is. October the 22nd, they have the Grizzlies in Memphis. They come home for 2 games. They got the San Antonio Spurs coming in on October the 24th. And then 3 days later, Monday, October the 27th, they take on the Boston Celtics. Wednesday, that following Wednesday, they have the Denver Nuggets that they have to go and travel to play up in Ball Arena in Denver. And then they hit the Intuit Center, or the Intuit Dome, rather, to take on the Clippers. Then another away game, a final away game. They have the world champion Oklahoma City Thunder in Paycom Center in OKC before they might get a break against the Charlotte Hornets back home on November the 4th. So you can see this is how the first several games starts. Matchups against very good teams: Memphis, San Antonio, Boston, Denver, LA Clippers, OKC, before they meet Charlotte on November the 4th. So it's going to be very interesting how the Pelicans deal. So anyway, DC, I'm going to give you an opportunity to kind of chime in any information that you wanted to finish up on the matchup, and then going into your thoughts on what I just covered.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go over what I saw from the guys on an individual level, because I think that's the only bright spot you can look at coming away from this game, and the fact that we did rebound okay, and I thought that would have been worse than what it is. But Zion, man, pretty much damn near 80% on the night. I thought he played really well. It was rocky at times. They were able to force turnovers on him, and it did cause a little bit of a problem, but I think he adjusted. and kind of got the Pels back in it along with Trey in that little surge they went on in the first 2 quarters of the game. And Jordan Poole also, chipped in and played pretty damn good, man. He shot 2 for 8 from 3, but it didn't really feel like that watching him play. But looking at that, these guys, this is our offense. I didn't like looking at Yves and Herb out there in the starting lineup, man. It just didn't gel well offensively. And then when you're looking at not really having much of a defensive impact either, it's like if this was a regular season game, I would have liked to see us look for other options at some point, or at least mix up one of those guys with these starters, and I think we would have had a more impactful offense. Jordan Hawkins kind of came alive tonight, man. He hit some timely shots. He was playing like he was under pressure. Q, I told you this game right here would decide some of his minutes because they definitely gave other people opportunities to see what they had, but I thought he did enough to at least maintain a spot in the rotation, getting 15 tonight, some timely shots to take the lead. Probably other than when the starters were out there, the only time we led in the game was on a run by Jordan Hawkins. And, I'm also encouraged by Fears. Not a perfect showing, obviously, tonight. Those 3 turnovers, he's constantly got to deal with that. But I love to see those 6 rebounds from the young fella, man. Going out there and showing that ability to rebound from the point guard position. If he's going to get minutes and consistent minutes, he's going to have to do that with this team because our front court, we just in so much disarray with that. You got a question mark on when Kevon Looney's going to be back. He's going to be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks, so y'all know what that means. That means we might be out for 2 months, month and a half. You just don't know when the Pelicans. They still talk about Derek Queen. So when he's coming back, he's getting close. We don't have a definite date when he doing. They still doing this injury bullshit. We don't really know what's going on with Carlo either. I think he had something with his wrist. So, man, Hunter Dickinson, he's all right. It's not completely horrible. Like, we went over it last game. Offensively, he'll definitely give you something, but defensively, he ain't going to give you shit. That's just what it is with him, man. You ain't going to get a whole lot. He got his hands in there, got a few deflections and some steals, but other than that, man, he's not intimidating anybody in the paint. And what you call him, Q? You say he was soft, huh?
What you talking about, Dickinson, Hunter Dickinson?
Yeah, Hunter Dickinson.
Yeah, he not a physical big, is what I mean. He's not a physical big at all, man. He got the size. He's 7'2", and he kind of runs the floor, but he got soft game, man.
He kind of slow, man. But we did have some, pretty good highlights too tonight. With Zion got a little windmill and that awesome lob that he threw to Trey. There's things I think to look at individually and what these guys are capable of that you can be encouraged by. But if they're gonna come out tonight, if they're gonna come out against Memphis, how they played tonight, and you just kind of sleepwalk through the first quarter, it's gonna be an L opening night. But we do have, some advantages. Didn't Jaylen Brown, I think, didn't he pull his hamstring or something? You got Memphis coming, and there's no Jared Jackson Jr. That ain't never stopped Morant before, but I think he banged up too. I'm not sure if Morant's gonna play. So they got a lot of teams with some injury issues, man. The Pels are able to get these first 10 games out the gate and kind of get something going. You might be feeling a little bit better about him, regardless of Willie Green. And, that's going to be the theme all year. It's going to be in spite of Willie Green again, because it's pretty much the same thing. So individually, I think we got a lot of talented guys. How we put it all together is still a goddamn question mark. And we have to get some front court help, or at least Derek Queen got to come back or something. Technically, you only really got 2 bigs. You got Hunter Dickinson and Yves Missi right now. Everybody else banged up.
If that's the case, we talked about that on the Flash Report with Kevon Looney and Karlo Mekovic having these issues and injuries, and Derek Queen still uncertain Yeah, it's right. Eves and Hunter Dickerson is it. Well, shouldn't the Pelicans go into free agency and see if they can find a vet big that can help them? You know, I know Hunter. I feel like Hunter Dickerson is not the answer, or possible. I don't know if I say a trade, but who should the Pelicans get? You guys got any answers?
Probably Dwight.
Is Nick Richards on the team?
Or
Not certain.
Did he get signed? I think he would be a good pickup if he's still. No, I don't want Christian. That ain't gonna help us.
I mean, like what else? Because this is crazy that like we're at this point. You know, it seems like we've complained about the point guard and big men for like years.
We got point guards now.
Yeah, I know, but it's always one or the other. Like you know, you can never have both. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of weird.
Still with the Suns.
And I know, you know, Kayvon, you know, but how bad is Kayvon Looney's injury? Because I literally just heard about that.
It's something with the knee. I can't remember the exact terminology.
I think they were saying it was chronic or something.
I don't know about chronic, but it's like one of those injuries where he just got arrested. He don't need surgery or anything. Like you just gotta like stay off your knees.
Oh man, I was trying to figure out what you were saying because you said he got arrested. I'm like, what?
No. If I misspoke, I'm sorry. That ain't what I meant to say. That's what I said. But I
probably got confused by his accent.
Yeah, shut up. I ain't talking. I was saying like that. Kayvon Looney. They said he was gonna be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks, and you know what that means. Because when they run that reevaluation game, he ain't never ready in 2 to 3 weeks. So.
We gonna have to do something, y'all. Y'all know why? Man, these teams are big, y'all. The wingspan, the height, you know, the bodies, the skill. I mean, Houston, Dallas, ain't they in the same Southwest Division? Right? Spurs.
Yep.
I mean, that's just in the Pelicans division. Like, and we knew this like last season. We really did need some size and athleticism. And right now, the Pelicans are small. Like their Pelicans probably like top 5 smallest teams in the league right now. And all the contending teams, they're really huge. Like this is you know, these teams are talented too. You know, I think it's funny because Willie talks about, you know, the small ball and, we want to use our speed. Dude, other teams got speed too. Like, come on. They have speed too. And they're big.
That's the problem. Lexxah think all we could do is score in transition. We don't have to worry about that.
But he needs to let go of that because, first of all, they're not even getting. First of all, you have to get the rebound to get into transition.
Yeah.
You have to get the rebound to get into transition.
And you can't let a team score right after you score. That's just kind
exactly. And that's happened quite a few times too.
That happened all game.
Yeah, well, there you go. Game. But that's just the size around the league is very glaring. And, you know, it doesn't help that, you know, you two of the bigs, the front court already was not strong, right? I think we all agreed on that. It already was not strong. But, you know, Joe's going to have to go back in his bag because if Gail won't let you get rid of him, and I keep saying that because that's Joe Dumars, that's his disclaimer. It is his disclaimer. He cannot get rid of Willie because of Gail. That's the only reason why that dude is here. Because trust me, if Joe came in and he cleaned house, he cleaned out the front office, you know, he cleaned out some pieces that, you know, needed to be moved, you know, to better the team and things. But it doesn't matter because no matter who you trade for or who you sign in free agency, if this is the system, the so-called system, and the type of coaching that you have, that ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. It don't matter who you sign or trade for, because the product in the system is bad. But I hope we.
Yeah. Nah, you're right, Lex. We'll see how that all changes, man. Because
I want to say good things, y'all. I just
no. It's
the truth.
the flock appreciates the truth. They don't want to be lied to, man. They want the truth, and that's fine, and that's what people like PPR, because they're gonna hear the truth, man. And when there's some positive stuff to be talked about, like we know the last remnant of the losing what we went through is Willie Green. We know Willie Green's only here because of a woman that don't know what she's doing. So it's just simply is with that. But we have these, and I put the schedule up there, and you guys see it's there are some. And I was looking it up, DC, as you was talking. Some of these guys are banged up, but still in all, the Pelicans have to come to play. They can't rely on some of these stars missing, because a lot of these teams are going to fire off and straight out the gate attempt to get a W. Pelicans need to win to build momentum. They cannot allow themselves to be in a hole, and that's just simply what it is. The acquisition of Poole, and Zion is healthy in his best shape of his career. Trey Murphy looks awesome. Despite all of the other injuries with Kevon Looney and Karlo Mekovic, pretty sure the Pelicans do something about that. We'll see what they do. But, man, all I can see is that they need to win some of these games, man. They need to. And like I said, Willie Green's, and I agree with Slim, his days are numbered, man. All of this little crazy 9 plays that he likes to run, the 9 adjustment he doesn't have. I haven't seen him clean up anything, in terms of get smarter anywhere. Now, he might be taking instruction from Joe Dumas, but at a point, you still have to coach and do your job. So Joe can give you suggestions. He'll have to put it together. But if Willie Green,
mandates, at this point.
No, he is. He has to, because with a new regime here and a new administration here, the pressure. The only thing they didn't change is the head coach. So that's where it lies at. I mean, you added new players with the players you have. They made some good additions. The only thing that hadn't changed was the head coach, and we all said that he needs to be going to get another one. Well, on to prevent that. The pressure's on him to prove her right, in which we know he won't. But the reality is he has to do something different, which he won't, because he doesn't show anything, because he's not a good coach. He's here. He was a bad hire for the Pelicans. He didn't improve as a head coach. He didn't get any better. Like, you can watch Jamal Mosley. When he took over the Orlando Magic, they were a mess. They had players here and there and all this. He made it fit. He made it work. They finished strong in the preseason. They finished 4-0, 2-0 in their side. So, I mean, you can see the improvement from people that were hired in his class. You don't see it with Willie Green. He doesn't get any smarter, no disrespect, but he still hasn't developed an identity for the team. Nope. The defense is still wondering. Even though I did see
lost,
the offense is lost because they don't have a philosophy to play behind. And when you take it away from them, what do they then do? Start playing street ball. So, I mean, it's unorganized.
In a word.
No, it's all
on the perimeter. I'm sorry, everybody was out on the perimeter. That was crazy. I'm like, is anybody going to go down low? What is going on?
Yeah, and that's on him though, Lex. That's on him, Lex. If the shot, they started jacking up these shots. Yeah. Especially in the back of the game, they started taking shots, and when the shot's not falling, you have to stop shooting them and start attacking the rim and get to the foul line, because the game was still reachable.
Herb Jones was shaking bacon and then pulled up for a 3. I was like,
and
what?
He encourages that.
Going on?
He encourages those players to take shots. He don't fuss at them. No shot.
Set a screen and then roll.
No shot is. But no shot's a bad shot in Willie Green's eye. He wants you to shoot. Well, how many of them? 30 or 40 of them a night or some bullshit.
Shoot 40. But what good is it to put up 43s? And they're not good shot selections. It's from ISO ball.
He doesn't see that.
That's not.
He don't care about that.
Willie don't care about that. Willie don't care about offense. Like, you know that. He don't give a shit what
He
they
don't
doing
care
off
about
the-
defense either.
No, he don't either.
He was mad tonight.
He does not
When he
care
started
about
keep
defense.
scoring,
But
he was
you-
mad. They
but-
kept
Didn't
scoring.
he put Jose and Jeremiah Fears in?
Oh man.
At the
That's
same
just
time?
I don't know if he was just doing. Well, we know what he
Oh
was
my
doing.
gosh.
But
I'll see.
Jose and Fears, I guess he's trying to figure out a way to play. If we gonna maximize Jose, like
No, you cannot have
they gonna try to play them
Look,
together, Lex, or
as
Willie
much
gonna try
as
to play them together.
Jose, as much as Jose is a defensive player, he is still a defensive liability.
Right.
Both of those.
He is
things
a
are
liability. I ain't gonna front. Jose
He
is a big
is a
liability.
mini.
Yeah, the
He's
big
a Mickey
lineups.
Mouse.
You might as well not even play Jose when we got
I mean-
the big old lineups.
Yeah,
He
and
brings
then
energy, but that's you can't teach size, man. You really can't. You know, like you.
yeah.
Everybody's talented out here.
And I'm also tired of the dramatics too. You know, I just falling down and yelling to the top of your lungs, all this kind of stuff. And then 2 days later, he's back playing basketball. I don't know what to think about Jose Alvarado at times, man.
Because he's being a drama king. Like that's
He definitely doing that.
And by looking at the situation, the way Jeremiah's playing, because Jeremiah's on a mission. That dude is hungry. And he's been speaking very big, talking about, hey, I want to be rookie of the year. He wants to be a star. This dude he's already thinking about his long-term goals. And he's putting it into action short term. But he's trying to reach those goals immediately. He's not trying to wait. And so with him doing what he's doing, he's putting pressure on Jordan Hawkins. He's putting pressure on Jose and maybe somebody else. But right now, like he's putting up a fight. That dude is definitely putting up a fight.
All right.
He's showing that he wants it. So
All right, here we go. We got this one from Willie Green of tonight's game. Here we go.
That second, third kind of unit out there. What do you see from those guys in that kind of moment?
I like the fact that they just continue to play, continue to compete. Orlando's a good team. We know that they're big, they're physical.
Chill out, DC. This is your coach.
Style.
DC, calm down. This is your coach.
Want to rebound. So good test these last two games to kind of measure where we are. And, we just feel after that, good, preseason's over, but we got another level we can get to.
What have you seen from
we didn't see that at all.
the Jordan Poole Zion combination? It seemed like today was kind of a peek at what it could be out there.
Yeah, they found some synergy. Kind of in the second and third, they found some synergy offensively. So you could see that it's there. But my message to the team was, this is a good test. Preseason is over. We got a chance to see what our team looks like, what we can work on. We'll get back to work when we get back home. But
Lord.
I'm encouraged. I believe that there's another level that this team can get to.
By what? What are you encouraged by?
For somebody like Trey.
Just the consistency on both ends of the floor. When he locks in, he's guarding. He's applying the pressure defensively to teams. You got to outcompete.
He's guarding?
When you're playing against really good teams, you can't play at the same level that they play at. You have to outcompete, outwork. When he's doing
They're
that,
underplaying.
on both ends of the floor, he's a problem.
What more do you want from
Kind of
me?
like necessitated for it, but what have you seen from Hunter in these last two, especially when
Oh my
he's played
goodness,
12,
please
14,
stop
16
this.
stretches here.
Yeah, solid. I mean, he's a seasoned vet coming out of college. He played 5 seasons in college. He knows what he's doing on the floor. We needed his minutes tonight, and I thought he stepped on the floor and gave a heck of an effort.
Coach Green, Zion looks fit, and we know he has a high ceiling and a lot of tools. Talk a little bit about what you see from that gentleman.
Just commending him on the work that he put in this summer, getting in the gym, getting right, and he's continuing to take steps in the right direction. And when he steps on the floor, he's one of the best players in the league. We saw that tonight in certain stretches, but he can do that night in and night out. And he'll continue to work. We'll get back home. We'll keep working.
You've got some new faces and some guys who have been there The rookie's in from Kansas. He can run the floor,
He
do
does
some different
not.
things. And Looney, and you got some guys over
He
there.
does not
Talk a little
top
bit about putting this thing together and continuing to get better.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about getting a chance to use these preseason games to see what your team, what we're doing well, some areas that we can improve in. We like the fact that we got a chance to go to Australia as a group, and that's more bonding for some of our new faces. And then we played two really good basketball teams in Houston and Orlando, so we can now take these games, have some film, have some things to work on, and prepare for the start of the season.
Orlando's the organization.
That's
that
what
you know.
preseason was for.
Talk a little bit about what you see from this club. What
That's
they're
what
putting together,
preseason was for.
Just as a competitor and as
Oh,
a
my
coach coming in to play.
Yeah, they're well coached. Mose has done a great job.
You're right,
They've done a great
Don
job with these guys,
You're right. He doesn't.
getting guys during the draft, and they step on the floor and they get after it. They play hard. They're big. They're physical. They rebound. They share the basketball. So, really good team.
Coach, would you?
All right, if y'all want to, I can spin that back and we can listen to Willie Green and kind of
No,
really.
we don't. We
Okay.
rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
I don't know why you played it in the first place.
To give us clarity, DC, that's your head coach. Show some respect.
Lex gave us all the clarity we needed in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Willie had to say shit.
Willie-
She was spot on.
And it
Willie
was
Green,
nothing
I think
personal.
Willie Green.
He didn't put anything
I
personal.
disagree. I think Willie Green taught us a lot. Just that few
No,
4 minutes.
he just confirmed. Big Q.
He taught us a lot. DC and Lex. He taught us that we need a new coach. So I mean, in the end,
That's confirmation. He was just confirming that.
right? Indeed, yes, that's what I'm
Been
saying.
teaching us that shit for a long time.
That's what I'm just saying. You know, everybody can teach you something if you listen, right? You know.
Well,
So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's simply what it is. You know. So
Is it really teaching if you already knew it when they was teaching it to you?
it's fortification, DC. You know, it's repetition, it builds, and that's how we handle things in our memory, sir. Just in case you don't know, you know.
Oh, that's etched into my memory. I didn't need.
Is it now? Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So let me kind of move this thing along. I'm gonna play Jordan Poole. Yes, Jordan Poole. They
Andrew
also
Reese was
got
in the
interviewed.
building. That's why he played good. His cousin was there.
All right. Well, Angel was in there too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shout out to Angel. She
fresh off the catwalk. She had some modeling thing. And next
are you
thing
talking
I
about
see,
Asia or
in
Angel?
the building? Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whose cousin? I know Jordan Hawkins. That's what you're talking about, right?
No, Angel Reese is Jordan Hawkins' cousin.
I know that, DC. I'm talking about Poole. We got Poole interview. I ain't said nothing
you
about
said Jordan Hawkins, man.
Oh, no, I didn't. I said Poole.
Whatever. I'm not about to do this.
Okay, here we go.
Start right now, kind of what's been your overall assessment? You played.
Hey, why does he look like
these
that?
NBA teams. What's kind of been your assessment of how that? started?
Watch his voice crack.
Obviously, with Eve and these first two against the NBA guys.
With just Eve, or you saying in general?
Just a job, kind of both.
My dog Jordan voice be cracking, bro.
Really talented group we have. I feel like with the more reps, the more games we play, the more comfortable we are. Even from the first game we played in Australia to playing our second preseason game against NBA teams, like I feel like our chemistry feels a lot smoother. We're starting to figure out where guys are going to be, what their tendencies are. We're starting to just get comfortable with playing with so many different like personalities and guys who are good enough to create for their own. So it's just a matter about meshing at this point, and I think we're in a really
getting
good
paid a lot of money to not bash the
as the
coach.
games continue to come along.
Especially kind of going off that chemistry thing. How do you feel that chemistry is building between you and Trey and you and Z, and like just kind of the three of you guys out there looking to score?
Me and Z have two completely different games which complement each other. I think we've seen a little bit of that with our time on the floors. He's so dominant on the inside of the paint, and I use my speed and quickness and shooting ability to kind of like occupy the perimeter. So there will be a lot of games and a lot of nights where we just kind of just take turns in terms of playmaking and being aggressive, scoring the ball for our team. And it helps when you got guys out there like Trey who can also space the floor, who can get out in transition, who are athletic, who makes it tough for defenses. And even having a guy like Herb, who is basically like our Swiss Army knife, You can have him bring it up. You can have him play off the ball. He's going to
I won some
guard.
games in the regular
He's going to knock
season.
down shots.
He ain't
A
gonna beat
very,
no
very,
real
very, very improved shooter, which is huge for us because it gets a space of floor. You can't leave him. So it feels really comfortable. And I think it's honestly just a matter of
I
time.
do not like that answer.
But like I said, with the more reps, more games we have, everything will start to fall in place.
I guess the more to you and Z, what has it been like for these 4 games compared to like what you saw? Like you
Cannot
watch film, you see, you know his game from playing against him. What has it been like just being on the floor with him, kind of like learning, like through that learning process?
Pretty natural. I think he'd also say the same. There hasn't been any moments where we feel like we've run into each other or run on top of each other. But that's just because our games complement each other. He creates, or he brings so much gravity in the paint on the post up when he drives, and I have so much gravity on the perimeter that my guy isn't helping. So I'm telling him, if you drive my lane, you're not gonna have to worry about a guy helping in the gap because the game plan for them is to not leave me as a shooter. So we're just trying to get more comfortable with that. And then as we start to catch more flow, we get more creative, start running into a lot more different actions, whether it's ball screens, whether it's inverted ball screens, whether it's 3-man action, me, him, Trey, 3-man action, me, Herb, Trey, or even throwing Loon in the mix. It's so much that we can do with this team because we have so many guys who
And you don't do
can make plays and just play the right way that it's just honestly really just a matter of time. I think we feel really good right
they
now.
might go
You saw,
rogue.
I'm not
even though
trying
we
to
got off to a
wait
slow
for
start,
game 20.
we can turn it on pretty quickly. We can make shots, we get stops. And then after we put the pieces together, it'll be pretty tough for other teams.
All right, that's Jordan
All right,
Poole,
who
man.
else do we like?
The pool party.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that answer.
What, the 3-man action? You ain't like
No.
the 3-man action?
I don't like the fact that he said like, you know, you go and then I go. We know about that, man. That's ISO. You can't play. You all have to play off of each other. It's not okay. You take your turn. All right, after you take your turn, Zion, I'm gonna take my turn. What? That was basically what was happening with Zion and Brandon Ingram. Like, that's not winning basketball. That does not work. And the fact that he said that, that's very concerning. I can't believe he said that.
They've been listening to Willie. I mean, that's the philosophy.
Yeah, that's a horrible philosophy. That's not winning basketball.
That's why it's horrible. He got it from Willie, you know. So yeah, I just wait. I'm gonna
already had that mentality.
Well, let me ask y'all this because, you know, at some point, he just said that they can turn it on pretty good. We know the Pelicans have 3 20-point scores, right, that'll be ready to go. Zion, Trey, and Jordan, right? All the games complement each other. Whoever the other 2 guys y'all can throw in there. Well, we know Loon's out, so you're more than likely see Yves in there, and probably Sadiq Bey mixed in there with these guys, depending. We'll see. But how long do you guys think before these players get pissed off at Willie about the offense and the fact that they really don't have much of an offensive identity? So
hold on, Q. Can you repeat
yes,
that?
sir.
Because
Yes, sir. How long?
What I thought you just said.
How long do you think they'll get pissed off at Willie from
Is it
the
not
offensive?
obvious that they're already pissed off with Willie? Like, what are you talking about?
Expound, DC. We haven't all had
Did you
a
not
drink
just
tonight.
hear Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole. I heard what Jordan Poole said. He
Okay,
mentioned.
did you not talk about him? Your
Just-
turn, my turn. I guarantee you,
Yes.
probably the first game we're gonna see Willie calling some shit, and they're gonna be waving him off already.
Okay.
It's already it's already done.
All right.
I
So
don't believe in him offensively, man. They try to buy into some of that with the little positive motivational shit, and they go out there after timeouts and try to just play hard. They gonna do what they want to do, man.
this is the thing, though, man. This is what we've seen before, and starting off the season, the Pelicans have, regardless of a few of these teams will be missing players, they have a very daunting start of the season. A lot of these teams are going to be really good teams. Of course, early there'll be a certain amount of rest going with it, but go ahead. What you got, DC? Why you keep interrupting my question, brother?
We got a super chat, dog.
Okay, so I was right in the middle of that, and then you kind of slowed me down. The super chat was on screen already, DC. I think you have a delay, sir.
It's important, man. You stalling.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's get to it then. All right, Ryan's 381. Thank you, man, for the $8, man. Much love to you, bro. Appreciate that. Now, this is for us. What do the Magic and Rockets have in common, and why did the Pelicans struggle against them? So I'm going to get this going, and y'all, DC Lex, y'all can fire all. Here we go. Thank you, Ryan. All right, go ahead, DC. Go ahead, bro.
I basically think they're both teams that they have a lot of height, and their play styles, are a little similar. They have an identity. This isn't two teams that are trying to figure it out. They kind of already have a grasp on what they want to do, how they want to go about doing it. They know who they are, and we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really expect the Pels to beat a team like that right now. We got new pieces starting over, and I really think they have excellent coaching on top of that. But that height always gets Zion. We was talking about that in the pregame, postgame of the Rockets, how the Magic are kind of built similarly to Houston, in my opinion. They're a team that's kind of gotten on that new wavelength of trying to get all tall big guys. They were one of the first teams. We saw that last offseason? The Magic, they re-signed all their centers and gave them like substantial money. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they gonna sign all their centers? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they are a team, and Houston are a team that are, I think, kind of checkpoints for what the NBA is headed. It looks like it's kind of shifting back to a big man league, or people trying to go more with that template of having bigger guys out there. We had, the little guys come through and did some damage, and a lot of things about height wasn't a big deal. For a while, it was more skill, but now it's going back to height and skill. So, and the Magic and Houston are probably two of the better composed teams to fit that.
All right, Lex, you won't chime in on Ryan's question?
Oh, what DC said. I was going to say the similar thing.
Oh, damn, I took everything off the bone from me. Look, my bad.
Oh, no. I mean, it wasn't hard. They're both NBA teams, and they're long, like just like you said. And they have quality coaches. They know what they're doing. They have an identity, and that's really the biggest thing. All these teams have, they have players that have skill, speed, athleticism, stuff like that. We can break down the individual stuff, but team wise, we just don't have that. Like how you always said, the living roster. And one of the things.
Why you said it like that, Lex?
What?
Talk, boy.
I'm just saying, like, we have nice pieces on this team. Okay? But as far as, the team, it's not there. Like, there are a lot of nice teams out here, but we just have nice pieces. We don't necessarily have a nice team. And that really needs to be like very glaring. So,
Ryan, to answer your question, man, he says, thank you. And how far are we from catching up to them? I think we're
Shout out, DC. You did that that question really well. Go ahead.
Get my goddamn point, man. This child said shit.
A coach,
I say about a year. We're about a season away from being able to catch up if we can do everything right. So you go ahead and take it, Lex, with because you're talking about a coach and
a coach and a few quality bigs in the front court away.
Yeah.
Listen.
I think we got one in Derek Queen, but he's got to develop.
No, I said like just we need some experience. If the Pelicans are trying to win, okay, which the Pelicans are trying to win because of the pick, right? That's what needs to be done. Like, this actually is not as complicated as it should be. Like, that's what needs to be done. And if that happens, you get a quality coach, a coach who knows what needs to be done, a coach that is for Zion, that knows how to use Zion, because Willie Green does not know how to use Zion. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. He's never known how to use him. He doesn't know. And for some reason, it's hard for him to figure that out. Even with all the data that's out there that shows how to use him, he doesn't know how to use them. So, if you get the right coach who knows how to use Zion, who knows how to use the pieces, get guys moving, really create an offense, a system that works. You know what I'm saying? I mean, check this out. Wouldn't it be cool, you all, if there was a Pelicans system? You know what I'm saying? Like how you would say, just like how you would say the Warriors system. But instead of saying the Warrior system, it's the Pelicans system. Oh my gosh.
So, said Pelican system consists of basically just not having a system?
No, what I'm saying is, it would be nice to say the Pelican system, and it's like, it's up there. It's up there, like how we would look at the Warrior system. Not similar, but it's the Pelicans' own identity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice to actually say that, but we can't say that.
We'll never be able to say that as long as we're
dang. Oh, okay. I thought that was the end of the sentence.
No.
Like, never. You know what I'm saying? Then what are we doing here?
Willie Green is the coach. We will never be able to say it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's impossible.
But yeah, it would be nice to say, hey, man, that Pelican system is mean. I mean, think about Miami culture, Miami basketball. Everybody knows what Miami basketball looks like. And it would be nice to just honorably say, man, that Pelican system. Oh my goodness, that Pelican system is super dope. Why were y'all late on that?
I was waiting for the sound effect.
Oh my gosh, for real? Oh, wow, there was so much dang, did I say something wrong? Y'all didn't get the super dope?
Nah, I think everybody fully got it. It's like really sinking in. Like, damn, man, this is messed up.
Man, look.
We will never be able to say that.
Just like how these Pelicans are delayed in the league as far as, just
our gratification is kind of delayed. Lex, we wanted Willie to be fired in season, really wishing it could happen. I think we got a little too much talent for it to happen, but it would be nice.
Uh-oh. It looks like we got another super chat.
All right. Go ahead and take it, Lex. You got it.
Oh, all right, Black Preacher Man. We appreciate the $5. Are you going? Okay, well, I guess I'll just read it. Why our team? It looks like big Q delays sometimes. Sometimes fingers on the button, and sometimes it's not.
Read it first.
Okay, why our team does not? Why does our team, does not, or I don't know, does not run sets on offense and play too much isolation? Why? Or, why have Borrego, if you are, oh, goodness gracious, you are not running set plays?
Get the money out! Stay cool! Nobody gets hurt! Take the money out! All of it! Come on! Wasting my time now! Come on!
All right, shout out Black Preacher Man. Go ahead, Lex.
I mean, I guess the biggest thing is that you have. I mean, really, he's not legitimately a coach, but you have a guy that's sitting over there, portraying as a coach, who has offensive deficiencies, defensive deficiencies, and doesn't know how to maximize players and position them to be maximized. So that would be my answer to that. Oh, and the Borrego offense does not exist. Okay? We've seen it one or two times, and those one or two times does not deem us to really say the Borrego offense anymore, in my opinion. DC?
Yeah. I think basically Borrego is just collecting the check at this point. He probably had some good ideas and, told them to Willie. But can you imagine telling somebody something and what you're saying is fairly intelligent, and then they repeat back to you, so 1 + 1 is 2, right? It's like, at what point do you just stop wasting my fucking time? Like, I come up with these sets or say to do this, and I don't think they're doing it. Is what they're doing a reflection of what Borrego's system would be in Charlotte? I see glimpses of it sometimes, but it's just not consistent. Everything is just up in the air, and that's part of the 0.5 mentality that we're trying to implement. I guess they want to be similar to what the Warriors did, but I mean, the Warriors ran sets.
Yeah.
But everything is about, I would imagine, the set that the Warriors ran is similar to, what everybody copied. People talk about the triangle and how the triangle is so diverse because it's a set play run, but depending on how the defense guards that player will determine what they do or not. So it's like a ever evolving thing. So I think we kind of got the opposite of that. We just don't run plays and we go to the ever evolving shit with no direction and foundation. And Borregos don't have control over that because he's not the head coach. So if they're supposed to run these sets or supposed to do this that way or that way, and the players aren't doing it, and the head coach isn't enforcing it, because we know Willie ain't no type of enforcer. And let's say if they did have meetings and they were supposed to be doing this or that, Willie Green ain't about to take nobody out the game because they ain't doing this or doing it. This shit just gonna be a hodgepodge of what it's been. So for us to really see anything like that, we just need a totally different coach. So guys are going to continue to play ISO ball, because even if they do call sets, we know how unintelligent our coach is. So he probably would call the wrong sets, and the players will hear the wrong sets and be like, no, such and such should get the ball. I should get the ball. And they ain't going to do that shit anyway. And nothing ain't going to happen when they don't do it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, history speaking, man, we've seen quite a few times, man, where, we seen glimpses, I guess, Lex. We talk about the Borrego thing. We talked about that a couple of years ago when we kept talking about when they brung him in here. We talked about how the offense would be structured and how, he talked about ball movement and all this kind of stuff. And we really didn't see any of it until Willie Green got C-19 and disappeared. Then he had that game, the second game against the Mavericks. They had the first game, the Mavericks ran over the Pelicans. And then that second game, the Pelicans just flipped the script and they kind of fed off the energy of the offense for the rest of the season. But you're right. Willie Green doesn't know how to coexist. Whatever he's trying to teach what James Borrego is doing. We know Borrego can coach. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We know Borrego knows what he's doing from an offensive standpoint. But, like DC alluded to, it's drowned out for the fact that he's not the coach. So the principals don't exist. They're not consistent and they don't stay with the team. And the team's not really listening to him because the coach is not pushing the issue. Only thing Willie Green does is tells them to keep going fast. You see, he's always twisting his finger and telling them to move faster, make mistakes faster. That's right. Come on.
Everybody in the NBA is fast.
Make mistakes faster. Come on, y'all not making fast enough mistakes. What's wrong with y'all? So, I mean, he's not a conductor of anything. Willie Green is just there standing up looking, it's not good enough.
Playing fast and not having any direction or philosophy or strategy is reckless. That's
what we've been seeing. That's what we've been seeing, though. I mean, that's the problem.
Same thing with 40 shooting, the
40 attempts.
Yeah, 40 attempts. That does not make sense. Like, we don't want 40 3-point attempts, and they're not good shot selection. Or it's not coming off of ball movement. Like that's crazy. Or you're not making the defense shift. Because we all know that when the defense is shifting, okay, and once you get them shifting, that means somebody is going to be open because the defense is scrambling. Like, the 40 attempts have to make sense. It doesn't just make sense. Oh yeah, we just need to get up 40 attempts on the 3-point shot. Like, what? No, there has to be some type of strategy. Because anybody can put up attempts, but if it's not good shot selection, and you're shooting like 10%, you know what I'm saying? That's awful, dude. You need to stop shooting. You're hurting the team. Like that's not basketball knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Or or wisdom. It's not basketball wisdom at all. Like, there has to be a purpose for doing what you're doing. And then you have to have a strategy to achieve that. You can't just go out and be like, okay, let's just chuck up 3-point shots. Let's do, in between the legs, behind the back. You're still stationary. Put up a 3-point shot. That's crazy. It's not super dope.
It's definitely not.
We got quiet again. We like,
Nah, we just, sometimes, when somebody drops some good metaphors or you dropping some bars in the song, you just gotta let it breathe a little bit, Lex.
Okay. That's what that is. Be like,
yeah, you spitting. And it's like, man, as positive as I want to be about the season, it just brings back everything from last year and kind of puts things into perspective.
It's not to be negative. It's just being honest.
It's the reality side of it.
Yeah, like that it's more so that than anything. Because I wanna be excited, y'all. Man, I promise
you. There's still a lot to be excited about. But
the pieces, but that's about it. You
gotta treat it as building. That's kind of how I see it. Almost like almost like when when you got to rebuild. Although
what?
Like when you got to rebuild.
We're not trying to rebuild. Who in here is trying to rebuild?
I know, Lex. But I'm just saying
wasn't rebuilding last season.
That's what I'm saying. You got to treat it like that. Rebuilding was
No,
last year.
man.
This is the
Oh
new
my
year
gosh.
we're going into where they can actually compete. And then if everything goes right, next year you will see them contending.
We got another super chat.
Oh, that's another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep reeling them in.
All right. Black Preacher Man, 2 bones. Do we need a coach to play pickup basketball? You know what? Black Preacher Man, you have an excellent
Take the money out! All of it! Come on! Wasting my time now, come on! Come on! Stop stalling!
I ain't stalling.
wow.
I ain't stalling. I'm just saying he got an excellent point. You know what I mean? Because I remember what was that Kyrie, KD, and James Harden, right? So we don't need no coach. You know, that's what we gotta do over here, Lex. You know, basically say we don't need no goddamn coach. They can coach the team. That's how they felt. They handpicked the coach that was gonna stay out the goddamn way. You know?
Is there a KD, a Kyrie, or James Harden on this team?
We got a Zion. He about the closest.
No, but look, I named
had
3
accomplishments
people.
they had
3
to be able
people.
to try to pull that, but
oh my gosh. Hey, Big Q.
Yes.
Are we opening up any lines today?
No, not
tonight. That's not going to be tonight. That's going to be more than likely tomorrow. We'll bring it back tomorrow or Saturday. We'll open up the lines for the family members. Promise.
You hear that, everybody?
That's right.
He promised.
He pinky promise.
This is true.
He promised.
But oddly enough, man, shout out to you, Black Preacher Man. Thank you, sir, for that, man. For that. DC, did you ask Black Preacher Man? You and Lex answered the question here.
What?
Did you answer, brother?
I mean,
do we need a coach to play?
It was kind of.
We need a coach to coach. You know what I'm saying?
My man dropped on us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's my answer.
Hold on, we got another one, y'all.
Another super chat. Okay.
All right, DC, go ahead and read it. DC, go ahead, DC.
What a gifts one? Gifts, more gifts. Oh wait, I didn't say it right. You got to put the S on it. Gifts, more gifts. That's how he was saying it. The Umar Johnson one he got. But anyway,
okay.
With the way that Q just left me hanging, he's
DC tripping.
He horrible on the
DC
goddamn button. Like,
DC tripping.
I see what you be feeling, but
super dope.
He's not super dope. But with the way the roster is currently constructed, who or what type of team will struggle against us and why? I think basically a team that doesn't have ball control. We can get some turnovers and get out in transition, and with the way the entertainment factor they'll have with some of the momentum with Trey and Zion or some of these dunks, I think can throw a lot of teams off. But Lex talked about it earlier. You know, we try to be fast and the speed, but it's pretty much teams that can't deal with that. And the most important thing. Hey, I don't know. The most important thing, though, for real, this is all on Zion's trade and Trey's shoulders. Those guys have to make a step, play at an all-star. One guy got to play damn near at an all-pro level. And that's how we'll be able to get dubs. And the bench. The bench is, to me, the missing piece on this team and the thing that can bring us through. Like I said, they went and they looked at what we did in 2023, 24, and they made an updated version of that with new players. That's what we got. We have a roster that has a lot of talent from top to bottom, and they're not going to be able to just do all of it just with the starters. So they're looking to cash in with the second unit. I'll be very shocked if our second unit, isn't up there in the top 10 with scoring in the league, maybe even top 5. So that's what I see far as the Pels being able to beat top heavy type teams that want to play more half court, don't have the best ball control, team that's willing to turn it over a bit. That's where we're gonna get our dubs at.
Get the money out. Stay cool. Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Come on. Stop stalling.
Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
But yeah, I mean, who you think, Lex? You gonna say nobody?
Okay.
You think everybody gonna be able to
question
run with
is,
the Pels?
who or what type of teams will we struggle against?
Oh, I
And
heard
why?
wrong.
Yes, you do. Sometimes you have to reread things.
Yeah,
You
maybe
know.
so. Well, I wanted to see who the hell we was gonna be. God damn it! We
Okay,
saw the
so-
teams we gonna struggle against. It's gonna be the Rockets and the Magic.
Is it my turn?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Okay, so the type of teams that the Pelicans are going to struggle with is the teams that have quality coaches. Okay? Those are the teams that we're probably going to be struggling against. If we don't struggle against those teams, then it's going to be against teams where they're older. Generally, their roster is an older roster. And they don't have anyone, absolutely no one, that can guard Zion. A prime example would be the Clippers. Okay, so teams like that. So either quality coaches or teams where there's absolutely no one to match up with Zion. Back to you, DC.
Reporting live from my conference room. Basically what she said. You're absolutely right. But I think the one thing is teams that are really awesome at rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's probably going to be.
And very disciplined on both ends of the floor.
Well, yeah. But usually those two things go hand in hand, right? But,
Well, not at all times, but
Yeah. But
because we
that's
do have a lot of defensive deficiencies, and the rebounding, especially with these long teams with a lot of wingspan, it's going to be tough because Houston was rough.
They looked solid in some of when Looney was out there, but then you got to see that against NBA teams because.
But Looney hasn't played with the team since
the rebounding was tore up when they played in Australia. Rebounding was tore up, but defensively making stops, I thought they looked good. They just couldn't finish out possessions.
I mean, I really don't count them because the NBL or Australian teams, they're not NBA teams. That's why I didn't put a whole lot of weight with those teams. I mean, those are teams that the Pelicans were supposed to beat. You know, an NBA team, the NBA's any team in the NBA is supposed to be like 10 times better than the other teams overseas. I mean, we know that, especially when it comes to Australia. So, yeah, we needed to wait until they got to see an NBA team. And we see that, you know, there's a lot of things that need work still for some years now.
I didn't see your houses be built faster than this shit. But
nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Yeah. But I think the Pels are in a situation from a talent standpoint and player acquisition standpoint. Well, we're not far away. It's just you still need a little bit more tinkering, and we really got to figure out what we got with our starters. It's sad to say this, but Trey, Poole, we know they're mainstays. They look like they can play well together. But those other two slots, man, it's still a little bit of a question mark on how we want to go with that, in my opinion. Obviously, Herb, I think if he wasn't rusty, wasn't coming off a shoulder injury and everything, it would be no question. But based on where he's at right now, it's like, do you really want to start Herb? He don't look like himself to
You know
me
what? That
right
was that was gonna be my question. Like, who do you all think should start? Herb Jones or Sadiq Bey?
Sadiq Bey, if he gonna play like how he played those last
I
two
say
games,
Sadiq, man. Sadiq is
I do
he ahead
too.
of Herb right now. He ahead of Herb,
Because
no doubt.
because his chemistry and synergy with Zion is crazy. Like, it's like they connected. I actually put it up there with the way Zion and Trey Murphy play together. They just click. I don't really think they've had any miscues. Like, they just have a connection, which is nice to see. But anytime you have that type of synergy and chemistry, I really do feel like you have to go with that.
but
Yep.
also we do have a problem, no Lex and
What's the
Big Q,
problem?
and
I
we
mean, because
always
the
Big
Pelicans
Q
got
always
money.
makes sure he mentions this. You
Okay.
gotta watch the money. Herb did get that big contract, and Sadiq playing on what, $6 million. So there's always,
So what are you trying to say?
it probably would help the team if Herb didn't start right now until he either came into his own or not. But with them re-signing him to a $97 million contract, I think he's gonna have a lot longer leash than we would like, even if he's not playing up to standard.
I think it's a good. I think it's a good problem to have, dude. DC. I think it's a good problem to have. Whether it's Sadiq, obviously, to me, I like Sadiq's energy. Lex mentioned it with Zion. I think he's more complete and ready to go. He has offense and defensive game. Herb is still kind of struggling on that end, and plus Sadiq, from a physical standpoint, is just he's
Bigger dude.
he's a bigger guy and he's ready for the rigors, to go against physical guys like that. He has that temperament. Herb is a hustler, but his offensive game is still struggling. I think Herb need to pick up a little weight to get a little stronger, to get a little bit more durable. But in the end, he coming off an injury, he's still trying to find his footing and trying to find his offensive game. So I get Sadiq Bey gets my vote, man. He's the guy.
And it's nothing against Herb or anything. And if you're not
Exactly.
looking at the money, because I still like Herb, but I mean, are we trying to go with, what's actually as far as positive play? Because right now, the chemistry is struggling. And obviously, there's no system. And then you have to think, okay, are the Pelicans trying to win games? Like, you want to go with a lineup that has great chemistry. Like, that makes sense. If you're not looking at the money, if you're not looking at anything else, you have to go with, what's going to be the best lineup, because the Pelicans need to get off to a good start. And I understand, like, some people may be in their feelings about Herb. You really don't have to, because guess what? The Pelicans need a bench. Like, we need a complete team. And it's like I said, you have to go with, strong chemistry. If Herb is not, doesn't have that chemistry just yet, and like Big Q said, he's just coming off of injury. He didn't play in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like, and guys are big, and we need more two-way players. And right now Herb, his shot is not falling. We need that shooting. We need that so that Zion can do what he does best. When he slashes into the lane, when he's attacking the lane and he's dishing out, we need that shot to fall. I mean, if you're just looking at basketball, I mean, basketball wise, it does make sense. I mean, we understand he's got his contract and he's gonna get his money. You know, he's definitely gonna get that. And I don't feel like it's a situation like what is his name? CJ. You know what I'm saying? He was making 33. It's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, maybe he should come off the bench. 33 mil, .333 can't come off the bench. You're going to have to go. That's what we always said, right? So it's not that type situation. But we still need production off the bench, and somebody's going to have to come off.
And one other thing that I can't believe we didn't point this out during the show. Isn't it very odd that in today's game, although it's a preseason game, but still weird, Zion and Trey Murphy didn't shoot a single free throw. Neither one of them.
Yeah. We didn't pinpoint that.
Where's the psychotic button, Q?
That is completely psychotic.
How is that even possible? That's crazy, man. But
That's
we not a disciplined team. We're not a team with identity, although we're trying to build it. They look like they're trying to be a little tougher and play, a little more aggressively, which I think that's why they're getting a lot of the fouls. But man, that's crazy to think Zion didn't get to the free throw line one time, and other than what he had, maybe about 2 or 3 middies, his 11 field goal attempts were all at the rim. That's crazy. But anyway,
Insane.
I guess we are we going over the Mavericks? Or are we going to do that Friday, right?
No, we're going to do that on another stream, but I'm going to give y'all opportunity to kind of, y'all was kicking some science, man. I had to drum up some good Oregon gospel music here to kind of play for you.
Okay.
DC, all you need is your guitar right now, bro. We'd be right on the money. Let Lexxah kick a solo.
I would like to thank everybody for their luscious donations this evening.
Hallelujah.
It was a very wonderful show.
Glory to God.
The Pelicans will start the season
Yes.
in spectacular Willie Green fashion. Yes, they will.
Yes.
Well, we look like we ain't gonna beat shit, right?
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What? They have a Zion. And I've been to the mountaintop. Mount Zion, that is. We got to the playoffs. On the back.
What?
Of a spectacular generational talent. Although we didn't get further, we have been there. And we can do it again. Yes, we can do it again. And this
A little bit more conviction.
Also, I just want to say this, and we go ahead and get this and get them out here. This will be a farewell tour. Yes, for none other than our great brother, Willie Green. Get all your laughs, all your love, and all your compassion and joy out. Because this will be the last year that will be possible. So I want to say thank you to Willie Green for messing up the Pels so you can get the hell out of here. This year, at some point, hopefully. But if not, next year for sure. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to the rest of the congregation. Anybody have any remarks or any messages they want to say before we get on out of here this evening?
Lex, do you want to stand up and speak before the congregation before we end up closing the service down today?
Speak now, or forever hold your peace. But it's all right either way.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to understand what's going on right now.
Yeah, watch it the last show.
Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Hey, walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Hey, while I'm walking, please rid of Willie. Yeah, walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Okay.
All right. Shout out to my girl, Lex. Come on, Lex. Shout out to Lex, man. That Lex got a pass. She can blow, man. That's Lex, man. All right. Anyway, with that being said, y'all do us a service. Smack upon the like button. Hit the share button if you're on Twitter. Give us a retweet, please, man. PPR will be back in the building soon, man. We'll do a preview of the upcoming season, man. We'll open up the phone lines and make it a big old thing for the faithful to chime in. So with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all for listening tonight. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, fam. And we're going to holler at you on the next one. Much love. Go Pels. Peace.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. Remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the